So it looks like we're well into the new year with very little 2042 content on the horizon. 2042 Season 1 hasn't actually been pinned down either for an accurate release date, but early murmurings are saying around March time of this year. With that in mind, I wanted to put out a video kind of discussing what my thoughts are on that situation, and also a bit of a wish list as to what I want to see in the first season of 2042. I know we're receiving the weekly missions which are pumping in cosmetics like camos and weapon charms, vehicle camos as well, but to be honest, to me that doesn't really do a lot to get rid of the sense that there just isn't a lot to the game at this point. I'm hopeful that Season 1's going to change this though, and I'm excited to see what DICE pull together for that first season. From a wishlist perspective, I'm going to break it down into all the 3 key areas of Battlefield 2042 for you. So that is the all-out warfare mode, Portal, and also Hazard Zone. Right off the bat, I think there needs to be at least 2 maps added into all-out warfare as 2042 staple maps. I can only speak for myself, but I'm already getting tired of the original maps that are in the game just because of the sheer amount I've played them. Of course, many on the Twitter and Reddit spheres have seen that Temporeal has data mined the exposure map, which could definitely be one of the maps coming in Season 1, but I'd like to see more than one. Along with that, a main gripe that a lot of players have had is around the amount of weapons in 2042, particularly in all-out warfare. In terms of weapons themselves and where I think there probably are gaps in the game at the moment, it's definitely around the LMGs, snipers and DMRs. Obviously having 4 assault rifles and 4 SMGs in the game already has done a reasonable job of covering those areas, but I think for the other weapon choices there simply isn't enough variety. Personally, I'd like to see a return of the assignment system from previous Battlefields, giving us the opportunity to unlock between 7 to 10 guns through our in-game actions. Of course, I appreciate we have a battle pass coming as well, and I imagine the weapons are going to be part of that, but ultimately that's going to be a key driver to incentivize all of us as players to actually play the game. On the Portal side of things, I imagine we'll see another game added into Portal, which will more than likely follow a similar structure as to the other games that we've seen too. Personally, I think we're probably going to see Battlefield 1 or Battlefield 5 coming in, and I'd be quite keen to see Battlefield 1 reimagined in Portal. And if we deep dive into Portal a little bit further, if we're looking at the whole mode holistically, at all the maps, all the modes, and all the weapons that are in there at the moment, Battlefield 1 would add something unique in terms of the maps that could be added and also the weapons. Lastly, I did want to mention Hazard Zone, even though I know people aren't playing it that much at the moment. There's been a lot of talk around how to fix Hazard Zone, or maybe how to get more people to play the mode on a regular basis, and a potential good start to that to me could be adding a mode-specific map, or maybe even bringing back the Firestorm map into Hazard Zone, but obviously in a more modern setting. Now, I don't think a map on its own is going to help people get back into the mode and keep people playing it, and so what I'm going to propose is having a robust rank system, and if that gets introduced in Season 1, people then know that their rank is going to stay like that for Season 1, the same as many of the Battle Royales that are most popular at the moment. Ultimately though, I think DICE need to make a decision here as to how much content they're actually going to pump into the game with each season. We're of course going to see a brand new specialist get added into the game, and that's going to be interesting to see how that's going to fit into the wider 2042 ecosystem at the moment, especially as people are still annoyed that the class system has been removed entirely. I think for me the best way that I've seen to introduce content from a Battlefield game is probably going back to the likes of Battlefield 3 and 4 with their premium package. And of course seasons being split into 3 or 4 month sections, adding in a number of maps, adding about 10 weapons, and a variety of different game modes as well to go along with that. Hopefully DICE do take a look at those previous games and see how much content they were able to put in with the DLC packs, and hopefully can replicate that into 2042 as well. Of course, we're all well aware of the bugs and issues that are still going on in the game at the moment, but this was more just talking about what additional content I want to see. This has been my first sit-down video for the new year, so thanks very much for taking the time to watch it. There's definitely a lot more in the pipeline, both on 2042 and of course other Battlefield games. Plus, you'll know where to find me every Tuesday and Thursday night, as well as Sunday afternoons, where I'll be streaming live over here on YouTube. As always though guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thanks again for your time. I look forward to catching you on the next one.